Flew in April 1912. The prototypes were built by the Royal Aircraft Factory. And this was one of the earliest designs of Geoffrey de Havilland, who also made the maiden flight in the first BE-2. Now, pre-First World War, the military really hadn't got a clue what to use aircraft for. So this was designed to be as stable a platform as possible, so it could be used for general reconnaissance and artillery spotting. The observer sat in the front cockpit, the pilot behind him, and they had a large glass plate camera to take pictures with. Now, logically, you would have assumed it would be the observer operating the camera. However, he's sitting above the wing and has got no downward vision. So the poor old pilot not only had to fly the thing, he had to operate the camera as well. And the early cameras, you had to individually change the glass plates before taking each photograph. So he was pretty busy. In its intended role, perfectly fine. However, maximum speed of one of these was just 70 miles an hour. And once the Fokker Eindecker appeared on the scene, these very quickly got dubbed Fokker fodder because they've just shot out the skies. So they then decided to introduce that machine gun, which is completely and utterly useless because the only safe place you can fire it is an extremely narrow angle about there. If you get carried away, you can shoot your own propeller or wing off, so it's no use to you at all. So when they were used as night fighters here at Stow Marias, they were flown as single-seaters, just the pilot in the rear seat, and there was a Lewis machine gun like that one firing up through the cutout of the wing at an angle. And the idea was, once you got the phone call to say a Zeppelin was in the area, one of these would take off to try to intercept it. Unfortunately though, it took a BE-2 50 minutes to get to 10,000 feet. So you needed an awful lot of advance notice a Zeppelin was in the area to have the slightest chance of getting anywhere near it. Two copper pipes on the side of the engine, front of the engine, that spraying hot castor oil on the rockers in flight. So a certain amount of that castor oil was going straight back into the crew's faces. So the silk scarf and goggles they wore weren't fashion statements, they were absolute necessities, so they could see what they were doing. And of course you didn't eat before you flew, because castor oil can have a strange effect on the stomach. But imagine, you're flying at night, your only navigational aid is your compass, so just trying to find the aerodrome after the mission was a minor miracle in itself. Now this, and the Albatross next to it, what we call continuations. They are replicas, but they're 100% accurate in every detail. They're built in original plans, using original materials with reverse engineered engines. So for all intents and purposes, this is a late model BE-2, that is a late model Albatross. It's so accurate, the BE-2 in service was notorious for having fuel leaks after it flew. It suffers exactly the same fuel leaks after it flies as the originals did, so you can't get more original than that. Both built in New Zealand by a company called the Vintage Aviator, which Sir Peter Jackson, the film director, owns, and they specialise on making 100% accurate First World War aircraft. So the Albatross is the final version of the Albatross type of the DVA.